What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Too Good for Theaters video here. Today we're going to be talking about the Patriots extension on defensive tackle Davon Godchaux. So let's get right into it. So the Patriots front office as well as defensive tackle Davon Godchaux were able to come to an agreement upon a contract extension of a 2-year, $21 million contract. And around $16.5 of that $21 million is in guaranteed money. And this is really the first move that I have questioned of the Patriots front office this offseason here. And me personally, I would not have been giving Davon Godchaux this contract extension. But let's go over what Davon Godchaux does well before we kind of criticize this deal a little bit here. Davon Godchaux has been one of the better run defensive tackles in the league. Really just the first and second down lineman, not going to be that 3-down lineman that you want. And really not someone who's going to kind of pressure the quarterback at all. He strictly just is that interior defensive lineman. You're just hoping to draw multiple bodies upon the offensive line and kind of hopefully create gaps for other defenders to come in and take down any of the running backs who are potentially running between the tackles or off the edge. So that's personally what my opinion. I would not have been given Davon Godchaux this contract extension. Also, because his defensive grades have been on a downward trajectory these past couple seasons ever since he has arrived in New England. So kind of all the signs are really leaning towards you probably shouldn't give him an extension. But with being in the locker room, being a veteran defender here, and someone who's familiar with the coaching staff as well as the system, I can understand why the New England Patriots would want to extend him here. Myself, I personally wouldn't have. I would have tried to allocate that potential money in the future to a different position, or potentially look to bring in a different talent here to kind of fill up that role instead of signing Davon Godchaux, who is 29 years old, going to be 30 by the time the season starts here, and will probably be around 32 years old by the time this contract is over. So that's my personal opinion. But the Patriots front office, obviously they're in the position that they are for a reason. So hopefully this contract ends up working out. And let's get right into the Davon Godchaux stats, shall we? So taking a look at Davon Godchaux's 2023 campaign here, he registered a total of 36 tackles, came down with 7 hurries, did not record a QB hit or a sack, and came up with 23 defensive stops. Those stats very much reflect what you expect out of Davon Godchaux, kind of being that big-bodied interior defensive tackle here, who really is just one of the run stuffers, and you could hope can potentially draw multiple offensive linemen on early down scenarios there. But taking a look at his defensive grades, they've actually been in a downward trajectory compared to his past seasons here in New England. He had a total defensive grade of 50.2, a run defense grade of 51.6, a tackling grade of 59.7, as well as a pass rush grade of 50. And I'm a little surprised that his run defense grade is as low as it is. I am using PFF, Pro Football Focus, and I've really been using those for basically all my defensive grades as well as the offensive grades on all the breakdowns I've done for the Patriots players so far. So I'm a little interested in how he's kind of been graded. I would expect him more so to have a higher run defense grade than he has, just based off kind of what he is at this point in his career and what he's known for around the league. He has been a run defense player for a multitude of years here. But I'm not going to argue with PFF. They've done me pretty well so far. But taking a look at his snap count along the defensive line, obviously he's not playing anywhere linebacker or dropping in the coverage really. So he took 540 defensive tackle snaps last season. He took 135 nose tackle snaps, which is pretty interesting. The Patriots really haven't had a true nose tackle since Danny Shelton or even since Vince Wilfork. Obviously, the level of productions between those couple of players is vastly different, but those are really the two nose tackles that I can really remember the Patriots having. So hopefully Davon Godchaux could kind of play that nose tackle role more so than he has coming up here in this extension. And he only took 10 defensive end snaps. Like I said before, he's really just going to be an interior lineman here. But also, taking a look at his prior years, his defensive grades. In 2022, he had an overall defensive grade of 53, as well as 2021, he had an overall defensive grade of 63.7. So you guys can kind of see how his trajectory has been going down, therefore kind of supporting my claim that I personally wouldn't have given him this contract extension. But he has been a better run defender in the league, so I understand why the Patriots have wanted to do so. But take a look at his Patriots totals. In 3 seasons, he has come up with a total of 120 tackles. And for a defensive tackle, that's very solid. Nothing you can argue that with there. He has had 33 hurries, only 5 QB hits, and only 3 sacks here in New England. But like I said before, really just a run defense player. He's not going to be in there on passing down, so more so just a first down, second down player. Definitely not a 3-down defensive lineman. But, I mean, that's what you're getting out of Davon Godchaux. His stats very much represent what he is at this point in his career, kind of being a run defender. And hopefully he can continue, or hopefully he could increase his production last season and kind of break this trend that he has had of being in a downward trend in terms of his run totals. So, interested to see if Davon Godchaux can kind of bounce back here in the next 2 years of this contract. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I do plan on talking about the Patriots training camp a little bit, as well as the Matthew Judon situation here. So expect some more videos coming out about these topics in the next coming days. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and it is much appreciated.